Chris predicts. Dun, 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 dun.
Wizard shit. Okay. Last week, we wrapped up, did a money total. Here.
1758.
1758. It was last week's money. CJ asked me to predict 4 cricket matches. I predicted those 4 matches, and I was right out of 3 or 4 of them. And the one I was wrong on was the one that I said on air that was a 50-50 for me.
Okay, which one was that one?
I'll get to it.
Okay.
So I had Bangladesh to beat Zimbabwe, and they won. I had South Africa to beat Ireland, and they won. And I had Pakistan to beat England, and they won. And the one that I was like, this one's really tough for me. Could go either way. West Indies versus Australia. I took Australia, and the West Indies won. Now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I remember when you were like trying to choose between those two.
Yeah.
Did you choose West Indies?
No. I know I didn't.
Okay.
Because I bet that was one of the games I could bet.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, my expertise, 75% success rate of those games is not going to reflect
the betting account.
The betting account. Now, that is just my betting account. If you have your own bookie or you have your own betting account and you listen to me again, you're welcome. Send me 10%. But
yeah, we want our cut.
But the problem was with this, and I, again, because cricket is played in parts of the world that are on a different day, maybe probably 2 days ahead. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, who the fuck cares? Like,
so
they're probably played on Mars.
Might as well be.
Yeah.
Bangladesh and Zimbabwe played whenever they played. All these games that you asked me to predict were for the Friday.
Yeah.
When I Googled them, all 4 of those games were available for the Friday time. But on my betting app, I could only bet the Pakistan, England, and West Indies, Australia game.
So I wonder, because I think it was like a tournament or something happening.
I think those games were available on the Saturday, but I didn't bet them because I didn't know if they'd taken place earlier.
Yeah.
And this was like the 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
I wanted to bet the match that I predicted.
Yeah.
They were out of 3 these matches.
It was weird. I didn't quite understand it, but I'm wondering if, because it was a tournament and that cricket matches can last for fucking ever.
3, 4, 18, who knows how many days.
Who knows? I'm wondering if they just kind of do like, almost like, when like it's a UFC, if it's a 15-second first round knockout, well, the other fighters better be fucking ready, because as soon as the mat's cleared, you guys are coming out.
Oh, there's no way in fuck. Not with cricket.
You don't think so?
No, I think they're playing them.
Their times are fucking set.
Their home times. They're at different stadiums. Because you're not going to have a team waiting around for 18 hours to play a fucking game.
I was just thinking.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, but I don't think that would be the case. Because I think these were like international tests.
Okay.
In their respective countries. That's fair, though.
You don't have to yell at me.
I'm sorry for yelling. He's fucking wrong, though. So, unfortunately...
We only bet on 2?
We only bet on 2, and one of them I was wrong on. But we added 50 cents, 40 cents.
Hell yeah.
To our tender. So our total account is at $17.98. We're going to call that $8. 80% return if you'd listened to me this whole time.
You mean $18, not $8?
What did I say?
You said $8. Well, I guess
I
that's
meant $18.
Well,
$8 up.
Okay, maybe that's what you meant.
Initial thing.
Yeah, maybe that's what you meant.
Out of a basis of 10.
Yeah.
We're
up $8.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
I had settled the old bets before. We don't need to discuss those. So that's the cricket match is done. So I found some things that I could bet on now. And they are apt, but they're also kind of fucky.
Okay.
Because it's mid-season. So we might get some shit odds. We might get some good odds.
It is what it is.
I'm going to bet on the divisional winners of the MLB season.
Okay.
I think this is a fair time to do it. We are exactly at the half point of the season.
Sweet.
A lot of teams can go back.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to predict them, and I can also bet them. So it's a double.
Nice.
So the All-Star game just happened. Vladimir Guerrero won the MLB All-Star game MVP.
Nice. Good. Congratulations.
Too many things going on.
So that's like the title of that video game.
International Superstar Soccer 98. That one?
Yeah.
Is that the one you're referring to?
Yeah.
So I'm going to predict the divisional winners right now, because we're at the halfway point of the season. There's 80 plus games left. Some of them, yes, are currently leading. Some of them are not. I will also tell you the wild card teams to back up my to expand how many teams are going to get in the playoffs.
Okay.
Right now, by my maths, 10 teams get into the playoffs. You got your 3 divisional winners, and then you have 2 teams that technically make the playoffs, although it's a 1-game play-in.
Okay.
Still playoffs
I don't know
in
how
the MLB.
baseball works, so
That's how baseball works.
Cool.
And then they will play in, and then there you have 4 teams on each side
gotcha.
make their way through.
Gotcha.
So, here we go. I'm going to predict the 6 divisional winners plus the teams that'll make the wild card.
Let's do it.
I will tell you where they are right now and who is going to win, or if they're still in the lead. So, starting with the AL East, the team that the Toronto Blue Jays, the division that the Toronto Blue Jays are in. Your Toronto Blue Jays.
I own them.
You're the franchise.
Yeah.
Right now, the Boston Red Sox are leading that division, but the Tampa Bay Rays will win that division.
Okay.
They're within a couple games of each other, but Tampa's going to win that division. The AL Central, the White Sox are winning. They're up a few games. They're going to continue to win that division.
Okay.
Cleveland is sort of like where the Jays are, which they're a good team, but the AL is so fucking stacked. Well, the NL as well. There's a lot of good teams in baseball right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of good divisions that a lot of good teams aren't going to make the playoffs because some teams are just so good.
Yeah.
Like you're going to have teams that are in the wild card that would win 2 or 3 other divisions.
Yeah.
Throughout the league. So, the AL East is one of those divisions because Boston and Toronto, how they're probably going to end up would both be wild card teams, but I think that I'll get to it. I don't think one of those teams is going to be a wild card team. So Tampa Bay Rays are going to win the AL East. The White Sox are going to win the Central, and the AL West, the Oakland A's are going to win. They're only a game back of Houston. The odds are actually really good on them to win the division. Houston's a really fucking good team.
Yep.
But the A's are pretty good, and they have one of the best records in the American League as it stands right now. So, the very least, they're probably going to get in the playoffs. But that said, the 2 wild card teams are the 2 teams that I'm predicting to lose their divisions, but their records will be so good they'll make the playoffs. And those are the Boston Red Sox and the Houston Astros. So that's Tampa, White Sox, Oakland as your divisional winners, and Boston and Houston as your 2 wild card teams.
Sick.
You heard it here first.
Heard it here first.
Parlay all that, you'll get yourself $18,000, which I only accept 10% because I'm not greedy. The NL East is maybe the weakest division in baseball because all of those teams are like kind of middling right now. The Mets are currently winning it. The Phillies are only a game behind. The Braves are a good team, but they're like 500 and they're only like a game and a half behind.
Damn.
So there's 3 teams that could easily win the division.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very close division. But I'm saying the Atlanta Braves, which are currently 3rd in the division, will win the division.
Okay.
I originally had Phillies, but as I was thinking about it, I scratched it off.
Okay.
And I picked the Braves. So if that comes back to bite me in the dick, or the Mets win the division,
say you shouldn't second guess yourself.
I always do.
Okay.
The Braves are going to win the NL East. The National League Central Division will be continued to win by the Brewers, who are similar to the White Sox. They're up a bunch of games. They're a good team. They're probably going to continue to be a good team.
Yeah.
And again, they have teams in their division that are good teams as well, but are going to get bumped out because.
Sounds like a lot of good teams.
Yeah. There is. There's only like a couple like really dog shit teams in all of baseball. It's kind of nice.
You know what I was trying to wait for you to finish, but I'm going to say it now.
Yeah, go for it.
The good thing, or the one thing I love about sports nowadays is that competition is so tight. Like it's not like you have a Tiger Woods that is just winning every PGA event.
Mm-hmm.
There's like every weekend, I swear it's a new dude winning. Maybe you get a couple back-to-backs, but it's like somebody new. It's not like always
first time
Dustin,
major winner today.
Yeah, it's not like Dustin Johnson is always winning or Jordan Spieth or again Tiger Woods. Like somebody new always coming up and winning a weekend. Or even like NHL, like I feel like all the teams. Okay, sure, there's like a couple that are absolute trash, but for the most part, all the teams are so like good and talented. You don't have like
there's no free games.
Yeah, exactly.
Like even the Buffalo Sabres, I think they set a record for like losses in a row this season. They were a fucking disaster. But it's still an NHL team. They had a bunch of close games. Like they push teams
Yeah.
walk in there like, oh, it's gonna be a rollover.
Yeah, easy game.
You're still playing against NHLers.
Like
At the end of the day.
Now, again, I'm only speaking for the sports that I watch.
Yeah.
I don't know if the NFL is any.
So I think I don't follow the NFL that well, but
Yeah, neither do I.
I do feel like there's ebbs and flows in all of these sports leagues.
Sure.
So to me, baseball seems like it's at it's like
All time high.
at a recent memory, a peak.
Okay.
Now again, I'm a lifetime long Jays fan, and they spent a lot of years out of the playoffs.
Weird. You're a fan of the Toronto team. Weird.
Isn't that shocking?
Yeah, so shocking.
I love teams that suck.
Yeah.
Live in a good city for it. And the
Yeah.
one team that actually has won a championship in the last 30 years, I didn't care because I'm not a basketball fan.
Yeah.
I was
same.
happy to do it.
Yeah.
I watched, I think, like the last game that they won.
I
and
watched
was
the
like,
last game.
I literally stayed up late and I was like, that's cool. And then turned
Yay.
it off and went
Going
to bed. And had to get up early. I'm like, why did I stay up to watch that?
Yeah.
And then everyone at work was the next day was like, oh yeah, fucking
Everybody had
I'm like,
their fucking
cool.
Raptors
Yeah.
gear on and
I'm like,
shit.
neato. Like I
Yeah.
tried so hard. I'm not into it.
Yeah.
I don't really understand the strategy and rules, which
Mm,
plays a big way into liking the sport.
Just make a period 30 seconds
Whatever.
because that's all the game
It's
comes
an hour
down
and
to.
a half.
Yeah, it just comes down to the last 30 seconds.
I
Usually.
feel like in baseball, if I could show you the standings right now, you'd be able to like get a better feel for where teams are. There's a fuck of a lot of teams over 500
Really?
or at 500 at the midway point,
Damn.
which is generally an indicator that like they're probably going to finish above 500. Like the Jays are probably going to finish third or fourth of their division and be above 500,
Damn.
like with potentially a playoff record. And I think the Blue Jays are going to miss the playoffs.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I meant to say this at the time, but for the AL, I don't think the Blue Jays are going to make the playoffs. Now,
Yeah.
that said, second half of the season, you get some better things. You get
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah.
There's a lot of baseball left.
Yeah.
Like baseball,
It ain't over till it's over.
the saying that goes on in baseball forever is it's early, and you can say it's early until fucking August.
They play
And that's
so
the
many
fifth
games.
fucking month of the season.
They play so many games.
Yeah. Like you start in April, you end in October, at the end of October.
That is crazy.
If you make the World
Yeah.
Series. But right now, I feel like if you were to look through divisions and then like you look at like the second, third, fourth place teams, a lot of fucking good teams. AL East is one of them. The division I'm about to predict now, the NL West, is by far the best team in baseball. The top three teams all have over 50 wins, which puts them about 10 games over 500, which at this point is like all the divisional leaders are in the 50 win category. This division has three of them. And there can only be one.
There can only be one. Fuck. That's nuts.
So right now that division is being led by the San Francisco Giants. In very close second are the Dodgers, and in very close third are the San Diego Padres, the three California teams. They're going to go up and down between. They're going to trade that spot off until the end of the year. The Dodgers are going to win that division, and the two losers of that division will be your wild card teams based on their records.
Okay.
I think their records will be that high that
Yeah.
there's no other teams, even though there's other good teams in the National League, similar to where the Jays will find themselves. They could have a winning record that's worthy of the playoffs, but there's so many other good teams,
Yeah.
they're going to miss the cut. So, for the National League, the Braves, the Brewers, the Dodgers are your divisional winners, and the Padres and the Giants are your wild card teams. And these are bets that are going to take a long time to come to fruition.
Yeah.
End of September, we'll cash them in. I'm feeling pretty good. I got 10 picks on the board. I'm thinking 10 out of 10.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Probably not.
High hopes.
Probably be like 70. 70%.
Yeah, that's what you're good for.
Listen, if you can be right 75% of the time, you can win some
Holy
money.
fuck, yeah. Unless you're the 25% you're betting huge.
Well, just bet huge every time.
Yeah, true. Life savings, like we say all the
Yep.
time. Life savings.
Interest rates are really low. If you take out a
Second
personal line of
mortgage.
credit, and you can get like probably 60, 70 grand on a line of credit without it even being tied to your house.
There you go.
Just personal. It'd be like, I'm not giving you shit as collateral. They're like, fine, here,
Yeah, take it.
take it. It's free money. Don't worry about inflation.
yeah. Seriously.
All right,
Oh,
so we
shit.
are at $17.98, and that is your Chris predicts for the week. I'm only going to update these like maybe once a month. I'll check back in.
Well,
on
yeah,
them.
there's
Next-
such late
yeah.
coming.